Guys, and welcome back to another episode of your Brains Coach podcast. My name is Angela Shurina. I'm your host, I'm your Brains Coach, and it is my job here to bring to you all the best, most recent, cutting edge, most useful and delightful brain body tools so you could take better control of your brain, of your body, of your energy, of your emotions, of your thoughts, and most importantly, of your actions to create the life experience you desire, fully embracing it, fully enjoying it. Today, guys, I want to share with you all the mindset tools that I'm using on a regular basis that help me to be a freak of consistency, showing up, doing my best whenever it's required, as many days in a row as required, no matter whether the weather is shit, whether I'm going through a difficult period financially, business-wise, in relationships, whether I'm feeling motivated and energized or not, I still show up. And for some, it feels like a superpower that I was born with, but I can tell you that it isn't, and I had to develop grit, tenacity, and discipline, and still working on it. And on many days, it still feels just as hard. But what changed is that now I got much better at handling all these negative tendencies and emotions and thoughts. And because of that, I can transform my energy, my emotions, and my thoughts. I can show up consistently, which also builds trust to me among people I work with or my friends and my family, people I interact with. That builds trust, and then I get to enjoy deeper relationships and a lot more opportunities in my business and in my work as well. And the better I get with that, the better I build, the better I master this mindset and emotional regulation and stress management, self-management, self-leadership skills, the more returns I start getting from life. And I believe that is an absolute truth for every single human being out there. Because if you think about that, what you truly cherish or you truly enjoy and appreciate in other people is when you can rely on them emotionally, psychologically, when you can feel some sense of stability from them in a life that is definitely full of uncertainties, unpredictabilities, and things that you don't necessarily want or would like to enjoy, but that will come into your path on your journey, no matter what. That's just life, what life is, an unpredictable path towards nobody knows where, right? And today, I, again, want to share with you all the tools that allow me to be that consistent piece of consistency, corner of consistency, predictability, and balance that a lot of people and now clients and companies I start working with really appreciate. So, the first tool that I'm using almost every single day is accepting. It's acceptance of where I am instead of being frustrated, living in the state of frustration about where I'm not. It's also about living and being present more in a state of or in a place of progress, focusing on the things that I built, that I developed, that I learned, that I grew, instead of constantly thinking that I lack something or I don't have enough or I'm not there yet. People believe that because I'm so progress driven, that I'm always living in the future. And I used to be that way. But now, more and more on my journey, I learn to be present. I learn to accept how life is, what is, instead of, again, being frustrated about what isn't, or what I'm not, what I still don't have. More and more, I'm practicing, I'm mastering, refocusing my being, my state, my present on what life is. And that allows me to work effectively with what is, starting where I am, with what I have, with who I am, embracing fully my past, but also knowing that I have immense control of my actions, of my emotions, and ultimately immense control over where my future gonna go, because I'm gonna choose different actions, embracing what is, not being mad or angry at it or frustrated, but truly accepting life as it is. It's such a gift and such a transformation. And when you learn how to do that every single day, waking up and it's like, and thinking, I'd like my life to be that, but this is what it is. And I'm immensely grateful for this. And I'm gonna show up today. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna work with what is and gonna transform that to the best of my ability. And just thinking about that more often and getting myself back to the state of acceptance, reality as it is, instead of trying to fight it. And sometimes it feels contradictory, like I want progress, I want change things, but I'm talking right now about acceptance. But guess what? If you don't fully accept what is, you actually will not be able to transform it, because you're going to be working with some version of reality that is in your head, not with what is. And that will not allow you to figure out the most effective tools and actions to truly make a difference or change situation or transform things. And that took me a while to figure that out. Like, before you can change anything about yourself, about the world, about other people, you have to accept exactly who they are, where you are, what reality is, without the need to change it. And just stay there and see what you can do with your actions grounded in how life is. So that is a state and mindset that I'm also always working on with my clients. Like, accept yourself, accept your journey, accept how life is, and then build from there. And all of us have more than enough resources to transform today, exactly as it is, with who you are, with what you have. So acceptance, this is tool number 1. And again, all it takes is practicing. Just whenever you start feeling frustrated about why things aren't your way or aren't going according to the plan, just pull yourself out of there and put yourself back in the place of here and now, and what you can do with this, having all that you have. And all of us have plenty. Tool number 2 is having, for example, when you going through challenging things in your business, in your relationships, in your health, make sure that you have some other part of reality of what you do. Sometimes it can be a hobby, sometimes just a different pursuit that allows you to learn lessons or to reflect on successes and your strengths in some other area. Let me explain. Right now, I'm going through, and been going, to be honest, through a lot of challenges in my business. And having hobby, my exercise, my gym workouts, allows me to go through the most difficult days in business, because while going through the challenges in my business, I don't have the guarantee or experience that it's going to work out. But I reflect on my journey in the gym. I've been in the gym for 20 years, and there were hard days, and there were good days, and there were days when I felt like it, and there were days when I didn't feel like it, but I just kept showing up day after day after day after day. And guess what? The results came regardless of how I felt, as long as I showed up and put a little tiny step forward. And results just keep growing and keep giving and keep moving me forward in all the other areas. And also, when I showed up on the hardest days, I always felt better. And now when I'm having a difficult day on my entrepreneurial journey in my business or coaching, and I'm going through, some difficult case, not sure how to figure it out, I remind myself, just show up and see how just because you decided to show up and do your best with whatever you have, whatever the situation will bring you, just because of that, showing up day after day after day after day, guess what? It's probably going to create the same exact trajectory. You're going to make progress just like you did in the gym. Or it might be the opposite. Maybe you have a health and fitness goal and you are at the beginning or somewhere in the middle and you're just not sure if this is going to bring results. Well, think about all the other areas of your life where you have success and where you went through a lot of hard things and you succeeded despite that, and you succeeded through hard days and easy days and all kinds of weather, metaphorically speaking. And you got the results. Like a lot of my clients are very successful in business and they're struggling with their health and their fitness. So I always tell them to do the same thing. Reflect on your business journey. Why do you think you're successful there? It's because you showed up no matter what. It didn't matter how you felt. You committed to good enough strategy and you just kept showing up. And so that's why having different buckets of your life, different identities that you engage with in your life, having different places where you work on something and you progress and you have a path of mastery or skill building. When you have several of those in your life, when one starts feeling difficult or you're not certain about that, the successes in the other area where there is more predictability will help you to stick with the hard things on the other path. So get a hobby or some other area of growth and mastery besides the one where you struggle. So don't just be about one thing, because that actually makes you very, very fragile. It's like also sometimes my mom tells me, like, Angela, if you want to be easy about relationships, romantic relationships, just don't take one so serious. Just have different buckets, have friendships and have different people in your life and see how taking it easier and have multiple buckets of relationships where you get joy, see how that's going to transform your whole seriousness in one part of your relationship life. And that actually worked. So I started applying that advice as well. So anyhow, when one path feels challenging and you're struggling with it, just make sure that you have some other path where you can retreat and work on things and where you can get the sense of progress and confidence and predictability and a guarantee that when you work on things will work. Number 3, on the days when it's hard, and sometimes I wake up, guys, and I feel like I just want to take a day off, like in the middle of the week, even though I have workshops to prepare and clients to show up for, like, I just want to have a day off. But then I remind myself, like, I check in with my physically. Are you okay? Did you have good sleep? Did you have good nutrition? Did you have good recovery over the weekend? Are you well? And if that is true, and I'm totally well, it's just mentally challenging at the moment. That's, taking on more than I used to. I'm like, okay, what do you want more? Do you want greater results, or do you want more days off? What's going to feel more meaningful and fulfilling for you moving forward? And I ask myself this question sometimes at 4:35 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I actually want more progress. It's challenging. It's hard. That's how growth is supposed to be. But I want more progress. And I have everything I need. I'm well. I'm okay. I'm healthy. I'm full of energy. There is nothing going on wrong with me objectively. So yeah, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to show up, because What's going to be more painful for me is in a month wake up and be in the same exact place where I am now, because I took all these days when it was challenging and I made it easy without no apparent reason, and I didn't show up and I didn't do the work that I knew would make me move forward and progress and grow. And I ask myself this question: what do you want most? Do you want the change, the transformation? Then lean into the challenge. And if you want an easier life, maybe that's not a path for you that you say you want. So reflecting on that question, what do you want most? And then realize that the challenge is coming along for the journey. That's the thing that's going to transform you, right? So remember, the obstacle, as Ryan Holiday says, is the way, or it's also part of Stoic philosophy if you're a fan. Then also another reminder that I like giving myself, this framework of do not ask yourself, why do I have to do that? But instead realize you get to do that. Let me give you some context. So this week I'm doing a few workshops and delivering content for a startup accelerator. And it's a lot of cognitive work and it feels really hard. And just today I was in Uber and I was asking myself, do you really want it? Like, it feels so difficult. I just want to take it easy and rest. Again, like the same theme. But then again, ask myself, but didn't you ask for more meaningful work? Didn't you ask for more clients? Didn't you ask an opportunity to grow your business? Well, guess what? This is how it feels like, having more work, having more opportunities, having more commitments. This is what it feels like to have what you want. And I was sitting there and I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what I asked for more opportunities to grow my business, for more opportunities to grow as a coach, as a mentor, as a facilitator, somebody who helps people to develop their full potential. This is what it feels like to move forward and to take on more responsibilities and to create more impact. That is what it feels like. It's supposed to take more of your time. It's supposed to, make you feel like you have more commitments and less freedom. That is what it's supposed to feel like. So, there is this saying, be careful what you ask for, because what you ask for comes with the other side of the coin. It's like in a relationship, very often we create this idealized version of a person we would like to be with, but we often don't realize that this what we ask for comes with another set of qualities. Like, for example, a lot of people like my determination, my drive, my energy, something that motivates, energizes, and inspires them. But they don't realize, because I'm that way, I want to be having all the time, free time to spend with them. Because that's not who I am. That drive, that motivation, that energy, guess what? It's going to drive me to pursue a lot of goals. And then, so the other side of the coin of me is me pursuing all of those things. So don't expect me to be motivating, energizing, and inspiring when it's convenient to you, but then having all this free time to dedicate to you. So everything comes with the other side. More work, more impact, more engagements, more opportunities, growing your business. It will come with the other side. And make sure that in those hard moments, you remember that this is what you asked for, and this is what it looks like from both sides of the coin. So if you want one, accept the other as well. And it comes to business and to relationship as well. We often, see all these successful people and we think we want this, but do realize that everything has a price tag. And so when life offers you this price and shows you what it costs, just don't be surprised and realize that this is what it costs. The next one is, again, reminder to myself that when I'm challenged, when it feels hard, reminding myself, this is what growth feels like. We don't grow through things being easy. So if you say you are a person of growth mindset, you want to get better, you want to develop your potential, you are asking for a path of challenges. It's kind of like when you want to build your cardiovascular fitness, basically how fit you are, how fast you can go, how long you can go. Like, don't be surprised that in order to train that you will have to sweat a lot and also feel not comfortable, feel out of breath, feel exhausted while training for that improvement. Growth doesn't come easy. And again, back to this price tag analogy. Everything that you want has a price. And please do realize that any progress, any growth, anything that you are not, that you want to have, will require you to become what you are not. And that will come with more responsibilities, more commitments, more energy spent, more challenges, and more moments when it's gonna feel hard. This is what life looks like, and this is what you sign up for when you say, I want to go, I want to improve, I want to have something that I don't have yet. Tool number 6, controlling your focus. And here I don't mean when you have to sit down and work on things and controlling your very often distracted mind. No, here I'm telling about a different kind of focus, mental focus. Very often when you start working on bigger projects, on bigger goals and bigger desires, there are going to be a lot of things that you will have to take care of, think of, figure out. But guess what? They don't come all at the same time. There is only one thing you can do next, one action step. There is no multitasking. There is only one task you can dedicate yourself to. And I learned this from Navy SEALs and also talking to neuroscientists about how elite athletes perform. For example, Olympic athletes, when they have to prepare for Olympic Games that might be 4 years away and sometimes even 8 or 12 years away, depending again on the age and what you're trying to do there. So overwhelm that comes with big goals, big projects, and all the uncertainties that are going to come your way, that overwhelm is dealt most effectively by switching your focus to only the next step. And sometimes Navy SEALs, when they go on very unpredictable, very uncertain, very complex missions, they focus on seconds, sometimes on minutes, like what's the next step? And then they try to perform optimally at that step, completely making themselves forget, putting on almost those blinders, imaginary blinders on themselves. So you only focus on the next step, however short, and you dedicate yourself to that. And that way you reduce overwhelm. You put yourself back in the driver's seat. Your confidence grows, your competency grows, your motivation is boosted because clarity of goal and the closeness of result boost our motivation, boost our drive of pursuit, boosts our energy, right? So you focus only on the next step and you perform well there, and then you tackle the next one. So that control, very often people, especially not that experienced with different complex projects, feel that overwhelmed, like too many things on their plate they have to juggle. But you cannot, and you will not juggle all of them at the same time. You will only take care of the next thing. And that's what you have to learn, where to focus. Focus only on the next step. And again, the more complexity you're going to have in your life, in your projects, in your commitments, the better you have to get at focusing only on the next task at hand. Like for me, at the moment, making this podcast, even though I have different clients, I have prospect clients, I have negotiations, I have a workshop on Friday, I have a workshop on Thursday, I have content to deliver, like all of that stuff, they're there. It's all captured in my organizer, my planner. It's captured on my calendar, so I don't have to think about forgetting anything, and I dedicated in my calendar enough time to prepare for each engagement. But guess what? Right now, I'm 100% focused on delivering this podcast. And it is the only way how you can juggle many things and still be hyper focused on the thing that you do now. Learn to control your focus. Sometimes you have to open it up and look at the bigger picture to make sure that what you do now aligned with what you want to create in your future in 5 years. But then very often, day to day, you have to be that Navy SEAL who has this unpredictable, complex, multifaceted mission, but you need to only focus on the next step. The better you get with that, the better you'll be able to handle complexity. And that is one of the core features of leadership, to be able to manage complexity and create clarity, not just for yourself, but people around you, and to make sure that everything is where it needs to be to handle next step with mastery and gracefully. So focus, learn to control that. And the last, well, actually, we're also going to have a bonus one, but mindset skill number 7, enjoying the small moments to take that pressure away. You know, like there is this device pressure cooker, and you off the lid, and it's like, psh, and you don't have that pressure. So learning how to be fully present for small moments of joy every day will help you to reduce that pressure throughout the day. That will help you to save mental and physical energy and perform optimally at all the different moments when and where you need to show up. What am I talking about here? Like, yes, I might have gazillion things happening in one day, but I still can find peace in my favorite cappuccino drink with a lot of foam and just take 2-3 minutes to fully enjoy every bit of flavor and texture as I'm drinking it, looking out of the window, or just having a casual conversation with the barista and just having nothing on my mind but that beautiful experience of having my favorite cappuccino. Or enjoying some laughter with a friend, a joke about nothing that has nothing to do with my life right now, and just completely takes me out of constant context and frame of work or higher pursuits, right? Or enjoying my walk while it's raining and just enjoying this coolness of air and drops of rain on my skin, listening to some music, and just being totally consumed, embracing each step of my uphill walk towards where I am, University of Cape Town. Just enjoying the small moments and completely giving yourself to them. That will help you. That what will help you to keep that pressure of like taking that lid off throughout the day, several times a day, like psh, psh. And now for the next moment, you can handle it. You can show up as your best. You can perform optimally and deliver as close to your excellence as possible, creating the experience for the other side to remember and to be transformed by. So these are 7 mindset tools that I use every freaking single day. The harder, the more complex, overwhelming my life gets, the more I need them. Let's recap. Number 1, accepting where you are, exactly what you have, versus getting frustrated about what you lack, where you are not, what you don't have, and taking life as it is and acting right now, right here, transforming each moment closer to where you want to go. Having hobbies to remind you that and give you back the sense of progress, of confidence, of that hard efforts, no matter how you feel, will eventually pay off. Having these other avenues of mastery really helps you to boost that confidence and keep going in the area where you might be lacking progress and might be challenged. On the days when it's hard, remember, like, what do you want most? Do you want the goals? Do you want the progress? Do you want the transformation? Or you want to take things easy? Like, which one are you? Both are okay, but decide for yourself and then act accordingly. Also, on the days when it's get hard, remember, you get to do that. That's the price tag for your goal. Do you want more impact? Do you want more fame and fortune? And you want to do meaningful, great things? Guess what? They usually don't happen in your leisure time. They happen when it's inconvenient, when it's raining, when you don't want to do shit. You just have to show up. This is the price to pay for what you want. The same in relationship. You don't just love the side of the person that you admire. You gotta kind of accept and love all of them. That's what price tag in life means and is attached to everything that you want. Remember also and remind yourself that if you say, I want to grow, I want to unlock more of my potential, I want to create amazing, bold things, that you're choosing challenges and growth. And if it feels hard, that's what growth and challenges and impact are supposed to feel like. There is no growth through having things easy. Tool number 6, make sure that you learn how to control your focus, to not get overwhelmed with complexities of bigger projects. Focus only on the next step and deliver with clarity and excellence. Comes with practice. So folks, if you're not that great at it yet, comes with practice. Number 7, take that pressure off with small moments of joy, whether that's a cup of really delicious coffee, laughter with a friend, or rainy or a sunny walk. 1-2 minutes, you won't believe how much magic they're gonna do if you truly allow yourself to just be taken away by them and fully dive deep into those small but meaningful experiences. And last but not least, a bonus mindset tool or life framework. Life isn't supposed to be a planned road to pleasure exactly as you planned it on your calendar. No, it's kind of like this winding path with fog and rain and sunshine and all kinds of things along the way, very often all at the same time. And realize that very often the hardest day might be your best day. So life is controversial like that. Accept it and don't expect it to be anything different, because it is not. So life is complicated, overwhelming, challenging, not according to your plan, but because of that, it's incredibly beautiful, satisfying, joyful, and worthy to explore and enjoy every single day. I hope you found this podcast episode very inspiring, motivating, energizing, and maybe a refreshing, like a drink of spring water that you fully enjoy on your hike down the mountain on the hottest day of the year. Don't forget, folks, also, please do share this podcast if you find it joyful and enlarging your life. You're learning a lot, it's helping you in some way, small and big. Please do share. We don't run any advertising on this podcast. We are fueled by pure mission to help each other on our way to our destination, whatever we choose that destination to be. So Let's grow our community together. Please do share this podcast episode. Please do also reach out if you feel the urge to do so via my email, angela@brainbreakthroughcoach.com, on Instagram, Angela Brain Body Coach, all one word, Angela Brain Body Coach. Connect on LinkedIn, Angela Shurina. And also, if you feel like tackling some mindset skill together, you have a free session available in the show notes. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for listening. Have an amazing day, and don't forget to enjoy the journey. Perhaps that beautiful, delicious, foamy cup of coffee for me, with me, and all together. Talk to you very soon.